Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. Today, I would like to go over my top 5 pair of Dunk Lows that I've hit for retail. I've been going through my collection and trying to slim it down a little bit. I get so many pairs of shoes because I'm always doing these reviews, and they pile up real quick. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's get into my top 5 Dunk Lows. Alright, real quick to start it out, if you're familiar with the channel, you've probably seen these before. These are a pair of my Dunk by You shoes that I did. I call these the Butter Dunks because on the back I got the Mr. Butter stitched in there and the thread at the bottom. And on top of that, I really like the idea of being able to design your own dunks. For a while, Dunk Lows were real hype and it was impossible to get even like GR pairs. But I thought the fact that they gave you the option to pick your own colors, sometimes your own materials, I always just went with leather. But definitely some of my favorite dunks are the Dunk by You pairs that I have. I've made 2 different pair of them, and both of them I was really impressed with the quality. I probably do prefer this pair a little bit more. I got it in Pittsburgh colors because I'm a huge Pittsburgh fan, but I really like that Mr. Butter on the back. So this is definitely in my list of my top 5 Dunk Lows in my collection. But anyhow, on to the next ones. This was my most recent Dunk Low pickup. I got these from the Sneakers app. I was actually really surprised to hit for these, but a quick look at the box. Nike Dunk Low SP. The colors are white, black. This, of course, is the Clot Fragment Dunk Lows, and these retailed for $150 US. Whenever I got these in hand, this kind of gave me the idea to make these series of videos as well, because as soon as I saw these in person, I realized they are definitely one of my favorite pair of Dunk Lows. And I know it's not an SB. Actually, surprisingly enough, there's no SBs on this list. I have hit Nike Dunk Low SBs for retail, but I like all these more than them. Some people are super into SBs. For me, that really doesn't make a difference if it says SB or not. I know a lot of people go crazy for that, but to me, this pair is incredible. This fabric on the top is tearaway, and underneath it's got like some Clot emblems, some Fragment emblems. It's got a Nike swoosh, and then the swooshes underneath it here are black. However, I said on my review, there is no way I would cut this material away. Maybe if I wore them and they started to look ragged or whatever, but for me, this is going to be like a special occasion shoe. I don't see me getting these dingy anytime soon. I'm not wearing these to any like hot wing eating contest or anything like that, but I love this pair of kicks. This is definitely one of my top 5 pickups for retail. I paid $150 US plus tax for these, and I'm not sure what they're going for. I think they're selling for over 400 right now. I think these were limited to like 4,000 pairs in all sizes, and I'm not surprised that these are as valuable as they are. I would imagine that these will probably go up in value significantly, but these are definitely staying in the collection. All right, next up we got just your standard Dunk box. A lot of different Nike shoes come in these. The tag reads Nike Dunk Low Retro Premium. The colors are beach, baroque, brown, and canvas. The retail price on these is $110 US. Actually, my wife's account hit for these, and it's funny, I remember whenever I asked her to go for these, she had just come out of surgery and she was still all loopy and everything, but her account hit for these in my size, and I love this pair. So these are known as the Cheetahs. These actually released with another pair of Dunk Low Premiums, and I think they had kind of like zebra print. They were more of a black and gray color, but I really like the colors on these, and I really like these materials. There's something about these that I just love the look of. They're not near as valuable as some of the others that I'm going to look at here today, but I think this pair is really, really clean. I wore the zebra pair a couple of times, but I moved those out of the collection. These I've hung on to. These are still dead stock, but I'll probably break these out here pretty soon. I just love this brown and tan color scheme, and the materials on here are actually really decent. So that's another pair of Dunk Lows that I got for retail, 110 US, and I'm not sure what they're going for. For a while they were really expensive on the resale market, but I think prices have gotten a lot more reasonable now. But this is another pair of Dunk Lows that makes my top 5 list. So for the next pair, we have another pretty common looking box. Really nothing out of the ordinary. We see all kinds of Nike shoes in here. The tag reads Nike Dunk Low. The colors are Racer Blue. I don't recall what the retail price of these is, but I ended up getting these off of the sneakers app. I was really surprised I hit for these. I really wanted this pair, but these things are awesome. All right, so even though that box looks really normal, these shoes are far from normal. This, of course, is the Jackie Robinson Dunk Low. These have a famous quote of his all over the shoe. It says, "I'm not concerned with your liking or disliking me. All that I ask is that you respect me as a human being." And this was to commemorate the 75th anniversary of when Jackie Robinson became the first African-American player in the major leagues. This was well before Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. This was before Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on the bus. When Jackie Robinson became the first African American in the major leagues, he was really laying the foundation for people like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks and other civil rights heroes that came after him. When Jackie Robinson came onto the scene, he didn't just come on and have like a subpar performance. He was basically the best that there was at the time. His career was really an eye-opener to everybody watching, and he just proved the point that African Americans deserve to be on the same playing field as everybody else, and that they were just as good, if not better, at sports, at anything, than the rest of the population. Aside from these shoes just looking incredible and having really good materials, the message on here, the quote that's on here, and just what these commemorate make these one of my favorite pairs of Dunk Lows. This might be my favorite pair of Dunk Lows in my collection just because of what they represent. I got this pair for retail. I think retail was $120 or $130. They might have been a little bit more expensive because it was such a special release, but the materials are incredible on here, and the design, I think Nike knocked these out of the park. But you can see on the tag, it's got that 75th anniversary. It says 75 years breaking barriers. Then on the back, it's got his number 42. And all over those blue overlays, you can see that quote that I read before. And I like how that swoosh pays homage to the old wool uniforms that they would wear. But I think all in all, these things came out incredible, and this is definitely one of my favorite pair of Dunk Lows. Last but not least, a lot of you probably already know what shoe this is, but this was one of the Off-White, the 50 Dunk Lows, and of course Virgil teamed up with Nike and made 50 different color combinations on the Dunk Low. The only way to get these was through exclusive access on the sneakers app. I ended up getting exclusive access. I had been going for Off-White collaborations for I don't know how long. I always struck out. I just assumed that I would miss out on these, but I ended up getting exclusive access. One thing that I thought was really cool about these was you didn't know which color combination you got until you received them in hand. A lot of people would look at like the product number and they would look it up to narrow it down what pair they might have got, but I didn't do that. I wanted to be completely surprised, and I really thought that was a neat idea to not know exactly what pair you're getting until you receive them in hand. Here's a quick look at the tag. It says Nike Dunk Low, sale, neutral gray. It says the retail price was $180 US. I didn't remember them being that expensive, but I guess they were. I really like the deconstructed design on here. You can see that off-white emblem with the face and then the two hands kind of pointed up. Looks like a hand-drawn swoosh. And then you have all these cutouts with like a clear material. But I definitely think it's a cool looking box. So this is lot 6 of 50. As you can see there on the midsole. I like that it's some really bright colors. With these, the 50 lots, they all had like a sail and gray base. I actually really want one of the suede pairs of the lots. And it was pretty cool, like 1 through 10, they gave all regular leather overlays. But then on lots 11 through 20, they gave it like a shaggy gray suede overlay. Then 21 through 30, they went back to smooth leather. And then 31 through 40 went back to shaggy suede. I have been watching prices of the suede pairs because I really want to add just one more pair of these to my collection. I don't even really care what lot it is. I just want to get one of the suede pairs in my size. I really love this design, and I haven't worn these yet. This is also another pair that I'm saving for a special occasion, but these shoes will always stay in my collection. I will never get rid of these. There's so many elements of Virgil's designs that are just unmistakable, whether it's like the overlaces or the exposed foam. I really think he kind of started that. But then you've got like the cutouts on the tongue, also like this metallic text on the inside of the shoe. There's no mistaking that this is an off-white or a Virgil Abloh design. The sneaker community had a great loss whenever he passed away, but I am very glad that I was able to pick up this pair for retail. And like I said, one pair that I have my eye on and that I probably will end up paying resale for is a suede pair of these, the 50. I don't even care what lot it is, but I just feel like I need to have a suede pair in my collection. All that being said, I think these are really dope, and I didn't see any of the colors that I didn't like. It really didn't matter to me which color I got. These have like the neon overlaces and then kind of like a salmon colored tongue. Then they've got that little neon green tag underneath the swoosh. And the yellow lot 6 of 50. I don't know how he picked the color combinations. I heard that it was all like randomly picked, like he put all the colors in a computer or something and just had it randomly picked. I don't know if that's true or not, but either way, I think these are fire and I love having these in the collection. But that was my top 5 pair of Dunk Lows that I picked up for retail. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite pair of Dunk Lows is and if you were able to grab them for retail or not. I really like the Dunk Low. It does seem like the hype has died down. I'm not as into the synthetic leather that you get on all GR Dunks, but all these pairs that I looked at today have really good materials and they don't have that GR crap material. But anyhow, I appreciate y'all watching so much. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Let me know what your favorite Dunk Low in your collection is down in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.